Hi everybody, it's Miss Rosa. I haven't done a video in a while, but it's because life has hit. And when I say that, I mean, um, I was very sick. I got the flu, obviously, and it attacked my lungs to the point where I couldn't breathe. So I was in the hospital for that, for quite a few days. And then after that, my car stopped working, and I was doing my best to try to go to work and not have to deal with certain things. But without a car, um, it's difficult to do. Like as a single parent as I am, it's hard to do what I need to do, like grocery shopping or pick up my son or take my son for his practice. And just be able to do the daily activities that are required of me to be able to do so that we are okay. Um, and then after that, my son got sick. So he was out of school too for like 3 days because he had the stomach bug that's going around that is getting everybody like off guard. All the kids too, especially kids. So it's a virus going around. But anyways, I just wanted to do a video for you guys to let you know that everything is coming back to normal. I say it is as when a storm comes in my country, like in Guatemala, it comes. Like it rains, it pours, it's a storm. Okay, so I'm gonna call that like that's what happened to me not too long ago. So one thing after the next was happening, and I felt like I was in the middle of the storm. And the good thing about a storm is that after it rains, after it rains and after all the chaos that just happened with thunder and everything, there is sunlight that comes at the end. We can see the sun and the sky starts opening up. Then you have a beautiful blue sky. So the sun is coming up, and I'm able to smile. I do want to say that, wow, I'm amazed by a few people that are my friends that I consider to be very kind, generous people that have helped me and supported me through this storm. And I appreciate them, and I thank God that they're a part of my life. That's one thing. But also, I just want to remind you, the young, the youth, remember, you are young enough to learn from other people's mistakes, to observe, to see what works and what doesn't for you as an individual, and also somebody who at this point in our country there's so much chaos going around. I want to say that the storm, especially for those people who for the people who are trying to come to the United States because they're escaping their country because they're dying, there's nothing for them. So, and it's either that or they fight to have a second chance in their life and for their children. So to me, I feel like even when President Trump says we're gonna build a wall, there's an emergency, and all our tax money is literally going to be building the wall, just simply because he doesn't consider anybody of a different race or a different nationality other than his, or his color, important, and that we are animals, and that those people who are coming in fear for their life, they're hungry because of how much they've had to go through to be able to even come, and asked to apply for asylum. Okay, and they're escaping their country because, not because it's beautiful, not because their country is giving them jobs, not because they feel safe in their country. Okay? Nobody wants to escape their country just because. These people, which I consider my people, okay? I'm of Hispanic, Latina, Guatemalan, 100%. Spanish, I consider those people like just their strength, their inner strength is so amazing to me, because they're putting themselves out there in the risk of anything that could happen to them in the road on the way to try to come to a different area, to a different country, so that they can live, so that they can have a normal life. And guess what? They're allowed to do that. Who are we? Who is America to tell, yes, certain people can come in and certain people can't? Who are we? Who made us the judge? Who are we to judge others? Why not accept them and make this country better too? Because let me tell you, a lot of them want to come and they want to work, and they're hardworking people. A lot of them. Okay? If you see people that might not be working, or you want to go with what Donald Trump might be saying, it's because we also have a system that if you are in like getting help from the government, some people get comfortable with that because of pure laziness. But people who are coming to this country, they want to work. They want to have a better life. They want to give their children a better life. That's it. They have a dream too. And who are we to tell them they cannot accomplish their dreams, their goals? Why? So, as young adults, I ask of you to be open-minded and to understand what's going around us, so that you can grow up making a difference, so that you can write a letter to the White House and express your feelings, so that you can write a letter to our governor, to our politicians, and ask them, what is it that you guys are doing for our people? What is your plan for immigration? Because America is a melting pot. There's not just one kind. To me, that's ignorance. When you say you don't belong here, and I hear anybody saying any of that, that's pure ignorance. That's it. So people who are coming here, they're going through a storm. Family being separated, children being separated from their parents. And I follow Sean King on Instagram, and also I listen to his podcast. And I'm learning a lot from him too, because he really is bringing light to all of this. Not bringing light because it's always been there, but he's one of the people who is actually giving us news of what is really going around and what's really happening to our people, and with the injustice that people are trying to get away with. So I'm listening to people who are worth listening to, and also I'm following people who are worth following, and that they are able to educate us too, and see, okay, wow, this is what's going on, and there is proof too. It's not just following one person. It's about educating yourself and knowing exactly what's going on. But what I want to say is that remember, we are human beings, just like those who are coming to this country to ask to apply for asylum because their country is dangerous to live in. That's it. And we are not nobody to stop anybody to coming in here and to making a better life, whether it's here in New York, in other states, anywhere in the United States, anywhere in the world. You know, this land can be taken away from us pretty easy, but God has given us the strength to be powerful enough and to be able to think with our brains too, but also we need to think with our hearts, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we deserve the same rights. Everybody deserves the same rights. Everybody deserves equal opportunity. So just remember that when families are being separated and children are being distributed to all other states and deporting their parents, that's something that is not right. It's not right, and we need to make a stop. We need to place our voices. We have to. Remember, that's a storm that is going in those people's lives that have been separated from their children. Imagine what's going on in their minds. Imagine. They might not even have a home. They might have just enough to buy a piece of bread, maybe, to eat, water to drink. Maybe there's a lot of kind human beings out there who are helping too. But we have to remember not to sit still and not to let life and history keep passing over us. Okay, so my encouragement is to keep learning, keep educating yourself, and keep trying to figure out how is it that we can help and voice our opinion. And what Donald Trump right now says, it's an emergency about funding the wall and building the wall and separating children from their parents, drugging children, letting children sleep on pavements, on concrete, in jail cells. But that's not in the news because they don't want you to know that. So if you want to learn more, follow at Sean King. And if you follow me, you'll be able, I will try to post a picture. Also he has a podcast that you can listen to, okay? So educate yourself and remember, always learn and try to make a difference. Have a good day, everybody.